Okay, so we're gonna play ITC Mission 3. This is gonna be a fun game, 1,500 points. We actually have sort of like 5 or 6 different lists playing against each other. So we have 2 Genestealer Cult paired up with an Orc list, and then an Imperial Fist list with Necrons and Eldar. And anyways, we're going to be playing ITC Mission 3, which is Vanguard deployment. The Orcs and Genestealer Cult are going to be playing over here. We have our Maelstrom number 3 right there. Number 1 dead in the middle there between the gingerbread houses, and then number 2 should be back there. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead. Night fight, rolling for that. And it is not night fighting. So we're going to go ahead and get deployment set up. Okay, so this is about 750 points of Genestealer Cult for our kind of fun 1,500 point game. Got like 4 or 5 armies playing against each other. So we've just got 2 First Curse formations with Patriarchs. I'm actually going to run them both as Warlords because we want to have 3 Warlords per team. And they're just going to be Mastery level 1, and then the purple guy's there, he's going to have 2 Familiars to give him the bonus attacks. And that puts him right at 750. So we'll move over to the Orc list.
This is the Orc list that I'm going to be running with the 2 Genestealers that are Genestealer, is it Genestealer Cult or just?
Yeah, Genestealer Cult.
Yeah, Genestealer Cult lists are going to be playing. So they're allied up. We're going to be playing against 3 other lists you're about to see. But this one is 2 squads of boys. Each has a Pain Boy HQ running with them. They're 11-man squads, so they're both fitting inside of a truck apiece. We got 3 Killicans with different loadouts. We got a Battle Wagon with 5 knobs. One's a boss knob with the boss pole, and a looted wagon. What? So we're just having some fun. We'll see how they do together.
So what is this? This is Space Marines?
Yeah, Imperial Fist.
Imperial Fist? All right.
I haven't painted them yet, obviously.
Yeah.
I've got running heavy air support since the other team's going to be running mostly ground. So I got Storm Raven.
Yeah.
Pretty heavily loaded. Got Hurricane Bolters on the sides, Twin Linked Las Cannon, and I believe the Typhoon missile launcher on the front.
Okay.
Then I'm running the Storm Talon.
Yep.
With autocannons and Skyhammer missiles.
Okay.
Then Scout Squad sniper rifles. And then just my lowly little captain there with a power armor and a bolt gun. That's it.
Perfect. All right. All right, so we got 500 points of Necrons. They're going to be teamed up with Eldar and the Imperial Fist. And so we got a Triarch Stalker there. We've got some the Mortals. That's what they are, except of course they look like Space Marines, but we're just subbing in. And then we got some Warriors. Some of them are, you can see, in the process of reanimation. They're and then we got Nimzer for the HQ. All right, so let's see what the Eldar. 500 points of Eldar. What do we have here for the list?
We got a Warlock HQ, a Wave Serpent with Bright Lances. It's full of Wraith Guard with D-sides, and a squad of Guardians with Bright Lance.
All right. Okay, so we are set up here, beginning of turn 1. The Orcs and Genestealer Cult have turn 1 currently. They set up. Genestealers infiltrated using Cult Ambush. That unit right there did roll a 6, and they're aimed up to charge some Necrons and Eldar. This one back here did not, but they were able to just kind of get the back corner and hold down Objective 2, just in case we roll it for Maelstrom. And anyways, we're going to see if the other team can seize on a 6. Go for it. That is the sound of disappointment. We'll see what we can do turn 1 for the Genestealer Orc team. So we're at the top of turn 1 for Genestealer Cult and Orcs, and we moved up the board. Maelstrom was to have more units beyond 12 inches of the deployment zone than the opponents.
So currently, what the Orcs did.
Currently we're doing that. The Orcs, they yeah, they got 1 kill. They shot, you know.
They killed a Guardian.
Yeah, they killed a Guardian. That's not too bad. So we're holding down Objective 2 there with those Genestealers, and then these guys rolled the 6 on the ambush table and took out a unit of, what were the Eldar there? Guardians, and then almost the whole unit of Immortals. So we're locked in combat, and we're going to go ahead, turn it over turn 1 for the other guys. So we're at the end of the other guys' turn 2, and they did actually quite a bit of killing. Looked pretty bad. Genestealers looked like they were going to tear them up, but they took a big chunk of them out. So we had the Eldar. What are those dudes there?
Wraithguard.
Wraithguard. They had the D Flamer,
D-sides, yeah.
D size, and they took out the Warlord Patriarch there, as well as about 15 of the other Gene Stealers. And then we have the Trog Stalker, now locked in combat with those Gene Stealers, and they're just kind of passing wounds around one another. What was your guys' Maelstrom for this turn? You needed to, I think, be on...
One and on your side.
Yeah, hold objective 1 as well as be on our side, and so they did not pull that off. But we're going to go ahead, move over to Orcs and Gene Stealer turn 2. So that's the end of Orcs and Gene Stealer Cult turn 2, and we needed to hold objective 1, which we're doing right down there. And we needed to also have a unit in the enemy's deployment zone, which those Gene Stealers are holding it down. They were able to kill the Trog Stalker as well as the last 2 Immortals. So we got 2 more kill points for Purge the Alien. The Orcs moved up. They put another hold point there on the transport. And we'll go ahead, turn it over to the other guys, and see what they can do. We're at the end of turn 2 for the other guys. What was your guys' Maelstroms? Which objectives did you roll?
5 and 6. So have one in the backfield and no one on our side. But
So-
you have someone on our side, so.
Doesn't look like you guys have any of those, is that right? Okay. So, but then they had, which one, is this, what is your Storm Raven? Is that what that was?
Yes.
Came on, and it actually took out the battle wagon, shot it in the back, and one-shot it.
One shot it, yeah.
Exploded it, and killed one of the knobs inside. And anyways, these guys came up and were not so nice to the Gene Stealers here. Killed, I think, about 4 of them. And yeah, so things are moving right along. We're gonna go ahead, turn 3 for the Gene Stealers. We're at the end of Gene Stealer Cult turn 3, or Orcs, and Orcs actually did the majority of the stuff. The Gene Stealers jumped off the table from back there.
Yeah, thanks for the help.
Yep, they're hiding. Our Maelstroms were to hold objective 1, which we're still doing, and then also have a unit in their deployment zone. And my other Gene Stealers came back on, and they're hiding back there in the corner. So, yeah. So what Orcs came back, it looks like, in the truck, got out. Looks like they assaulted the Warriors.
So they had a sweet 44 attacks plus the Pain Boys 3 attacks, I think, and they killed one warrior.
One warrior. And how much did they lose by?
Yeah, so they lost four boys.
Lost by 3.
Lost
And
by 3.
made a-
They made a miraculous leadership save. So
Yeah.
they're stuck in combat for all the good it does them.
Yep, so that was the end, turn 3 for us. We're gonna go to the other guys now. Okay, so we're at the end of the other guys, the Imperial Fist, Eldar, Necron team here, and they needed to hold objective 2, which is back there, and they are holding it currently with the Eldar. And then they need someone in our deployment zone, and so they got this guy over here. And they did some cleanup, so they killed a truck, they killed some boys, and then back here there was that big assault going on with the boys against the Necron warriors, and they didn't make it. So the boys, I think, killed 1 warrior, and the warriors killed like 2 of the boys, and that was enough to get them to fail morale and sweeping advance the rest. So classic orc move. So anyways, we'll go ahead and move to turn 4. We're at the end of Gene Stealer Cult Orcs turn 4, and Orcs did some pretty good work this turn. Yeah, that
Kill the guy!
looted wagon right there is MVP currently. So we needed to, for Maelstrom, have more units beyond the deployment zone, as well as have someone within 12 inches of their deployment zone. So we're currently got both those. We'll see what happens. What did the looted wagon do?
He killed. What was your dude?
Straight up captain.
Captain. He killed the captain.
He was dropped down
Killed
right there.
one guy, so that's clearly our MVP.
That was it. That was the biggest roll. These Gene Stealers came back on. They rolled a 5 on the Colt ambush, so they're just kind of hanging out, looking at those scouts. I did cast the Primus power on them, so they're -1 weapon skill, ballistic skill, and attack and initiative. But we're going to go ahead, move on to turn 4. End of turn 4 for the Eldar and Imperial Fist Necron team. What'd you guys do? What was your Maelstrom? You guys didn't really care about that this turn.
No, because we're losing that.
Yeah, so you guys had 4 and 5. I don't think you're scoring either of them right this second. But you did kill some stuff. You killed a battle wagon with a crazy scout team right there. A looted wagon, that's right. And then they put on, I think they killed about 2 Gene Stealers right there with the, what is that again? I always forget. The Storm Raven.
And then the Talon got rid of the Orc boys.
Yeah, the Talon over here got rid of some Orc boys that were sitting back here. So it's a pretty close game. Looks like the Orcs and Gene Stealers are winning on Maelstrom right now, but Purge the Alien looks like it might be going to the other guys. So it might come down to the tertiary. We're going to go into turn 5. All right, we're at the end of turn 5 for the Orcs and Gene Stealer cult. And it's coming down to King of the Hill for us to even tie it. They have the Purge the Alien, we have the Maelstrom. We tied on first strike, and they have the Warlord, and right now we have King of the Hill. So we're going to see if we can hold it down for a turn, and this thing might end in a tie. So we're at the end of turn 5 for Eldar, Imperial Fists, and Necrons, and it was a really close game. It looked like I felt like it looked like the Orcs and Gene Stealers were going to just wipe the table at the beginning of the game, but then the Eldar came up and really handled the Gene Stealers, yeah, and the Orcs got handled pretty well. What it came down to, as I mentioned before, was this King of the Hill, and we got it with a Gene Stealer unit and some knobs right there, and that's really what did it.
That's all that's left.
That's all that's left.
Well, that's not true. You have some Gene.
Yeah, I've got some Gene. That's true. I got some Gene Stealers left. But what they needed to do was be able to contest that, and they would have won. But instead, we actually tied. So this game came down to a draw on Maelstrom and the Purge the Alien. So they took Purge the Alien. We took Maelstrom. Tied on first strike, and we took King of the Hill, and they took Slay the Warlord. So it was pretty fun, and turned out to be a pretty competitive 1,500-point game.